Zach Edey.
Yao Ming.
Zach Edey.
Yao Ming. Zach Edey.
Yao Ming.
Enormous wingspan, defending on the inbound.
Lawyer, the
Boston gets it in.
Into the post.
Yao Ming with a fadeaway. With 2 seconds to go. Of a second
Purdue by 1.
remaining.
On this episode of NBA Now and Then, the greatest comparisons, we compare two mountainous big men from different eras.
With his powerful post presence, his reach stretches from one zip code to another.
This massive man in the middle had a hook shot that dropped as smoothly as a feather falling.
Expanding NBA popularity from Canada to China, these two giants are considered throwbacks to the centers of yesteryear. We are ready to present to you Zach Edey and Yao Ming. I'm Uriah.
I'm Maurice.
I'm Lucas.
And we're here to talk NBA
Now and Then.
Welcome back to NBA Now and Then, the greatest comparisons. To all of our faithful followers, thank you for checking back in with us. Should you be joining us for the first time, I just want to give you guys a little reassurance that you are in the right podcast space.
Welcome to NBA Now and Then, the podcast where the legends of the past meet the stars of today.
Every episode, we take a deep dive into the game by comparing players across eras. What would happen if today's stars stepped onto the hardwood with yesterday's icons? How does a modern guard stack up against a classic floor general? And what can we learn about the evolution of basketball by putting those careers side by side?
From the brilliance of players like Kevin Johnson to the modern creativity of Darius Garland, we break down the skills, the stories, and the moments that define greatness.
It's not just about the stats and highlights, it's context, history, and the human side of the game.
Hosted by passionate basketball minds like us, yours truly, NBA Now and Then is built for fans who love gathering facts for debates, surprising comparisons, and the rich legacy of the sport.
So whether you grew up watching the classics or discovering the game through today's stars, you're in the right place.
All right, so when Yao Ming's name came up as a comparison option, it was almost instantly that we thought about Zach Edey. So I'm going to go to Lucas first. It's good to have you back, sir. Just
Thank you.
Let you know, man.
I missed out on 2 really fun episodes, especially the Centers one. I'm pretty mad about that one, but that's okay.
Well, you'll make up. You'll pick up where you left off for sure.
Yeah.
So tell everyone, Lucas, why are we comparing Zach Edey to Yao Ming?
Number one here, guys, is elite sizes that changes the game here. Yao Ming's 7'6", 310 pounds. Zach Edey's only a slightly shorter at 7'4" and 300 pounds. They're both towering centers. Guys, their height allows them to dominate the paint, protect the rim, and score over smaller defenders with ease.
Agreed, 100%. What about you, Maurice?
Both of them have soft touch around the rim. Despite their size, both players just have excellent touch, high percentage finishes around the paint. Both of them are really good free throw shooters for their size. With that, their gravity brings the defense in. Both players command double teams almost every time they touch the ball just because of their size, like Lucas mentioned. And their presence forces defenses to collapse, which opens up shots for teammates.
Yeah, size, footwork, soft touch. You guys nailed it. I'll just add that if you look at the broader scope of their impact, we're talking the globalization of basketball, cultural impact. Yao Ming, it was such a huge deal when things were going down between him and China, reluctant to let him play pro in the States. And Edey, who also has Chinese heritage, is actually from Canada, but as a Canadian star, he has helped elevate the international big man development and brought massive attention to college hoops during his time at Purdue. And the last thing I'll bring to the table is their IQ. I know that Yao did not attend college, obviously, but he was dominating over in China, not just because of his size. And Zach Edey, when I get to his accolades, I mean, it's just remarkable how many awards that he racked up at Purdue. It all boils down to IQ, using patience and discipline, relying on their positioning and timing, and also reading defenses. And Yao Ming just showed how a massive skilled center could dominate the NBA. He was playing in the time of Shaq. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
And Zach Edey, we know he's hurt right now, but when he comes back, I expect him, and I think we all hope that he can reach the same skill level that he was before injuries.
He has some good modern big men to battle against, too. You think of Victor Wembanyama, Joel Embiid, Jokic.
Yeah.
Those are some pretty big names along there with Shaq. If anything, you could say that Zach Edey has a harder generation of centers to go against than Shaq did.
Good take.
I'm sure we'll get into that. That's a good point, Lucas.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you ready for this comparison?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
First quarter. Background.
All right, it's time to talk about Zach Cheney Edey, born on May 14th, 2002 in Toronto, Canada. I could not find any nicknames for him. Do you guys have any idea what his nicknames could be?
I mean, I always check basketball's reference, but I don't think
That's what I looked at.
Yeah.
I didn't see
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think they have anything for him.
Well, isn't Zach short for Zachary? So, I mean,
but that's just like a normal thing, though.
Yeah. I'm thinking about the big Boilermaker, right?
I mean, look, maybe in college he had a nickname, but Edey is short enough to where you don't need to nickname it. So
let's take him back. Let's give him a nickname right now.
Okay, I'm here for it.
Big Country 2.0.
Ooh,
big
Canada.
Providence.
Big Providence.
Yeah,
the big province. The big province.
Yeah, province.
Yeah.
Because Canadians don't have states; they have provinces.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
The big province. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
someone reach out to his agent. They got to trademark that.
I mean, he plays for the Grizzlies, big country, big Providence. Yeah,
that's right.
What's throwing me off is he was born in 2002. Oh, man.
I was 10.
I mean,
ironically, that was the time when Yao started playing.
He got drafted a year later. Yeah.
So, guys, when you look at the early story of Zach Edey, it almost sounds made up because he wasn't one of those kids who grew up living in the gym. Edey actually spent most of his childhood in Toronto playing baseball and hockey. By age 8, he was already a foot taller than his peers.
Oof.
His former baseball coach, Eric Stickney, had this to say about Zach playing baseball, quote, "This guy was hitting a ball right through the shortstop. Not many people would stand in its way. He hit the ball so hard on the ground, it would even go through the outfielders."
Oof.
Nuts.
Ooh.
So basketball was not the focus at all until around his sophomore year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
By that time, he was already towering over everyone, eventually growing to 7'3". So coaches kept telling him that he should give basketball a shot. A little trivia for you guys. Which of these is not true about Zach Edey as a high school baseball player? A, he could hold 7 baseballs in one hand.
Whoa.
B, he hit a grand slam home run to win the Canadian League baseball title. Or C, he was 6'10" by age 14. I'll go with Maurice first. Which one do you think is not true?
The 6 baseballs in one hand. That's kind of crazy. No one's hands is that big.
Okay.
I'm going to say the 6'10" by 14 because you said his sophomore year he was already 7'3". You're telling me between freshman and sophomore year, because 14 is around freshman year, maybe 8th grade, or maybe 2 years, he grew, 6 inches? Nah, I don't buy that from 6'10" to 7'3".
Man, Lucas, it's so good to see your face right now.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
He's back, ladies and gentlemen.
What Jordan said? I'm back, Lucas. I'm back.
I'm back.
I'm back.
Lucas is back. So, actually, I made up that he hit a grand slam home run to win the Canadian title. I made that up. There's actually a picture. I'll put it out on social media where he's holding 7 baseballs in one hand.
See, I believe that. That one I believe. That was easy to believe.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So unsurprisingly, his parents played sports when they were growing up. His father was a baseball player, and his mom played high school hoops. Like Yao Ming, Zach Edey has Chinese heritage. I mentioned it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
His mother, a first-generation Chinese Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
He first played at Leaside High School in Toronto, where people quickly realized that he wasn't just a tall kid. He had coordination, touch, and surprisingly soft hands. But because he started the game late, he was still learning the basics while dominating physically. To speed up his development, Edey made a big move. He transferred to IMG Academy in Florida. Yeah,
that is a big
huge.
move.
Huge.
Yeah.
One of the most competitive programs in the country. And that's when things really changed for him. Playing against elite high school talent every day forced him to sharpen his footwork, conditioning, and understanding of the game. The Toronto native spent 2 seasons playing at IMG Academy between 2018 and 2020. During his junior year, he competed with IMG's blue basketball team before moving up to the national team for his senior season. In that final year, Edey dominated efficiently. Over under field goal percentage his senior season. Over under 65%. Lucas?
All right. It has to be over.
All right.
I'm going to go over.
All right. You guys are correct. You guys know
Now
what it is?
back.
Yeah, he's back. What do you think the number was?
I'm going to say 72.
All right. Maurice?
You said, what was the number you gave us?
Over under 65.
I would say 6-7, but that's over with.
Please don't.
That's
Please
over
don't.
with. 70%. 70%.
Oh, Maurice, this is for you.
Okay.
2 for 1. 2 for 1. 70% when he played on the national squad.
He probably played with some current NBA stars, too. I'm trying to remember who would have been at IGM during that time.
You can look it up, Lucas.
Ben Matherin?
You can look it up.
I couldn't tell you.
We need to look
Probably.
that up. I'm curious.
Yeah. So here's the wild part. Because he started so late, he was still a bit of a mystery for recruiters. But once college coaches saw the size, the work ethic, and how quickly he was improving, interest exploded. Lucas, what strikes you about Zach Edey before going to Purdue?
I am curious. Do you have the heights of his parents?
I'm looking at online. It says 6'3".
6'3" for the mom?
Yeah,
so
but
tall.
nothing about the dad.
Baseball teaches you good hand-eye coordination. And hockey teaches you defensive principles that you can usually use in basketball. So he did have a head start with those two sports, getting his fundamentals down.
Yeah, going back to what Lucas was saying, hockey is even more hand-eye coordination. Because them hockey
And
pucks move
footwork.
fast.
And footwork.
And footwork too. Yeah, you got to learn how to skate, first of all.
And balance.
Yeah, balance, yeah. Yeah, for any high school player, especially in this generation, if you have aspirations of playing in the NBA, you're either playing at IMG or Mount Verde.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you're either going to one of them two schools. And no, they put him there. Obviously, he had the potential strictly off of height and his physical attributes, and then the skills came later. So yeah, he was on a path. He was on an athletic path. I wouldn't say NBA path. He was on an athletic path to do something professional.
Yeah, I'm glad Lucas brought up how those other sports contribute to the development of basketball skills. It made all the sense in the world. So let's move on to the next phase of Zach Edey's career. Picture this. When Edey arrived at Purdue in 2020, he was still relatively new to hoops. He had only been playing the sport seriously for a few years, but at 7'3", the potential was obvious. As a freshman, he mostly, believe it or not, came off the bench.
I can believe that.
Yeah. He showed flashes, soft hands, good touch around the rim, and the ability to dominate the paint, but he was still learning the speed of the college game. By his sophomore season, everything started to slow down for him. Edey became a full-time starter and one of the most difficult players in the country to guard. His size alone forced teams to completely change their defensive game plan. Then came the seasons that really defined his legacy. During his junior and senior years, Edey became the centerpiece of Purdue's offense and one of the most dominant big men college basketball has seen in years. He led the Boilermakers on deep tournament runs and piled up awards. Over under. How many points per game did he average his senior year? Over under 24 points.
Oh, I know this. It's over.
I'm going to go under.
You going under?
Yep.
All right. Go under and stay under.
Ooh.
There we go. All right, so the answer was over, Lucas, so you get kudos for that. The answer was 25.2 points per game. What about rebounds? How many rebounds did Zach Edey average his senior year?
I think
over under 13.
I'm gonna go over.
See,
I think it's over. I think it was 14, like 14.7.
Nope. Answer was 12.2. Yeah.
Still really crazy.
That's a great number. Great number.
Yeah.
So what made Edey so special was not just his height. It was his consistency. Night after night, he controlled the paint with scoring, rebounding, and rim protection. Opposing teams threw double teams, triple teams. It didn't matter. What made his college career so historic is that Zach Edey led Purdue to the Final Four for the first time since 1980 and even made it all the way to the national championship game, something that the school hadn't done since 1969.
Oof.
Yeah. And statistically, guys, Edey was operating in truly rare territory. According to PurdueSports.com, he finished the season with 983 points and 474 rebounds, becoming the first college player since what Hall of Fame Celtics legend to record at least 900 points and 450 rebounds in a single season.
I feel like this is a trick question.
Okay.
Question, did this Celtic center play for another team?
I'm not giving you a position. I'm just saying,
that's not fair.
No, I'm just saying he's a Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Fame player from the Celtics.
Did he only play on the Celtics? That is what I'm asking.
All right.
I can't say it.
My answer is going to be Bill Walton.
See, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But I'm actually going to say somebody else. I'm going to say Kevin McHale.
You guys overthought it. It was Larry Bird.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, Larry Bird.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying Bill Russell, but I'm like, no, somebody else had to have done it since Bill.
Yeah. If I would have said if he was there his whole career, you would have gotten it. Yeah.
Well, actually, no, I still would have said Kevin McHale. I just would have
That's true. He was there his whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, 900 points, 450 rebounds in one season.
Oof.
Zach Edey did that. And get this, Bird wasn't the only one. So the only other players in NCAA history to get those numbers in a single season, Bird, Elvin Hayes, Rick Barry, and Oscar Robertson. By the time he left Purdue, Zach Edey had rewritten parts of the program's record book and cemented himself as one of the most dominant centers of the modern college basketball era. And the wild part, remember, this is someone who didn't even start playing hoops until his mid-teens.
Yeah.
And that makes the rise of Zach Edey even more impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And it was this illustrious college career that Zach Edey was chosen in the first round by the Memphis Grizzlies.
Mm-hmm.
With the 9th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Zach Edey from Toronto and Purdue University.
Wow. Andrea, you said go big, and they did, because Zach Edey, born in Toronto, Ontario, where he played hockey and baseball. He started playing basketball his sophomore year of high school, and then he later attended IMG Academy in Florida. And then after 2 years at IMG, he announced his decision to attend Purdue. He became a 2-time AP Player of the Year and has become one of the most decorated college basketball players of all time.
Lucas, what stands out to you about Zach Edey at Purdue?
Despite being one of the best centers in the 20th century to come out of college basketball, and 21st century is my mistake, he still went 9th in this draft. And he wasn't even the first center drafted in this draft either. And I want to point that out.
Yeah.
There was Alex Sarr and Donovan Clingan that went before him. And by the way, this set draft might be one of the more underrated center drafts in recent history. I'm going to say that now too, because I hope next season we do an episode on Donovan Clingan because he deserves it. He's been a monster this year.
Lucas has been raving about him to me, texting me every
Have
day.
you not
Did you see Clingan last night?
Dude, I'm saying, like, the guy's averaging 12 and 12, shooting 36% from three and 2 blocks per game. I mean, like, come on. And leading the league in offensive rebounds, but whatever.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
But not getting off track here. Getting back on track here. Look, Edey's still going to be really special. And when we get to the stats, like, obviously, I can't really do this year because there was only 11 games, but I'm going to tell you guys stats from this year. But, like, he's going to be a problem if he can, obviously, health permitting. The center position almost died out in the late 2000s, early 2010s, but it has been roaring back, and he's one of the byproducts of it.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Maurice?
Here's why we're comparing these two, because Zach Edey is kind of like a throwback big.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He can work on his shooting. He can learn to be a 3-point shooter and stretch the floor even more, but it's just about size. It's about post presence. It's about dominating the paint. That's why Zach Edey is going to have a really good career now. Injuries have derailed him a little bit this season, but I expect him next season, especially on that Memphis team, depending on what they do this offseason, can really accentuate his pros.
Yeah. You guys know how many 3-point shots he took at Purdue in 4 years?
I guess
5.
like 2.
It was a little.
Lucas, you're right. He took 2.
Hey!
How many did he make?
1.
Damn, man. Good job. You killed it. Yeah, you got it right.
I was guessing. I'll be honest. I was guessing the whole time.
It's a good guess. Okay, let's switch over to Yao Ming. Okay, guys. Let's talk about the dynasty, a.k.a. the Great Wall. What a nickname that is. The Great Wall.
There are not nearly as good nicknames in today's generation as there used to be. Let me just say that.
That's a cool nickname.
The Great Wall.
Well, we just gave Zach Edey one.
The Big Providence, right? Yes.
Big Province.
For Big Province, not the Big
Province.
Big Province, okay.
Yeah, okay. So before Yao got those nicknames, he was born Yao Ming on September 12th, 1980 in Shanghai, China. Now, when people think about Yao Ming, they usually imagine the towering NBA superstar who helped globalize basketball. But what's fascinating is that growing up in China, becoming a basketball player was not his dream at all. As a kid, Yao didn't sit around imagining NBA arenas or championship games. What he actually wanted was something much simpler. He wanted to be famous and he wanted to be important. That could have meant becoming a scientist, a politician, maybe even an archaeologist. Yeah. Basketball was just one possibility among many. Trivia. According to an ESPN article titled Operation Yao Ming, his dad would give him prizes for making baskets as a kid. What else made Yao start to warm up to basketball? He started to just like it. A, his uncle bought him a glow-in-the-dark basketball. B, he started collecting basketball cards. Or C, his mom took him to see the Harlem Globetrotters. Maurice, what do you think?
I want to say basketball cards.
Okay.
I mean, look, if you don't like basketball before the Harlem Globetrotters, you're definitely going to like it after.
Yeah.
So you're going Globetrotters?
I'm going Globetrotters.
All right, Lucas is on fire. He's on fire. I got to get that soundbite. He's heating up. So, yeah, in his biography, though, Yao Ming went out of his way to just mention that he still wasn't necessarily sold on playing basketball, even though watching the Globetrotters entertained him. Now, the odds of making it as a professional hoops player in China were incredibly small, even smaller than the U.S. While millions of kids play the game, there were only about 14 top-level professional teams in the country at the time. That meant only a handful of roster spots for an entire nation. Even if someone made it, the rewards were not huge. The best players in China earned about the same as players in the NBA Development League, about $30,000 a year.
Oof, that's rough.
Yeah, not exactly life-changing money people associate with professional sports. And when a player retired, their body was often worn down from years of competition. Then they had to figure out what came next. That reality is exactly why Yao's parents did not want him to follow their path. Both of them were basketball players. His father played professionally for nearly a decade, and his mom played on China's women's national team. But because they understood the sacrifices and limitations of the career, they actually hoped that their son would do something else, something that involved education and long-term stability. Still, one thing about Yao's future seemed pretty certain from the start. He was going to be pretty tall. True or false? In China, it is common to predict a child's adult height by X-raying the bones in their hands. True or false?
I've never heard that.
I'm going to say false. Yeah, that doesn't sound right because we would be doing it here if that was the case.
Yeah, I'm going to say false.
Really?
What?
That's what they do in China.
That
The
is-
answer is true.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Imagine being 10 years old and hearing that you might grow into one of the tallest people in the world. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But as he got older, the reality of that height started to raise some questions. He wondered about everyday things like, well, would he have trouble fitting in? Would people treat him differently? Even with those worries, Yao never really felt ashamed of his size. A big reason was the way his parents raised him. His mom especially made sure that he carried himself with confidence. If he slouched while walking next to her, she'd tap him on the back and tell him to stand up straight. So what do we think about Yao before playing basketball seriously? Maurice, anything?
Like going back to the hand thing, that's really fascinating because I've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
There's something called the pituitary gland that can determine like how big you grow. But I've never heard X-raying your hand to see like how much you're going to grow. But listen, when they realized that he was going to grow to the size he was, hey, give him a basketball, give him a hoop.
Yeah. There's a word for the first time brought up on this show, pituitary gland.
Yeah, I mean,
word of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Pituitary gland. I like that.
Yeah, it's something that you can tell how big they're going to grow. But same thing with Zach Edey. I mean, once you know they're going to grow that size, get them in sports.
Yeah.
Like any
It's
of
a
us would. If he had any of
It's
us
a
had
no-brainer.
kids, if any of us had a boy or girl, and they know they were going to be abnormally tall, get them in something.
Basketball started to become serious when Yao was about 12. His mom took him to see a well-known coach for an evaluation. The coach watched him walk across the floor and back, and that was it. Just a quick look. Then the coach gave his opinion privately to his mother, and he said that Yao, get this, he said Yao would never become a great basketball player. He could never be more wrong, right?
Right.
According to the coach, Yao's body type was not ideal. He didn't think that the young player had the balance needed to succeed. Instead, the coach pointed out to another rising talent that he believed would become a star. His name was Wang Zizi. You guys ever heard of Wang Zizi?
I've heard it vaguely once,
Okay.
maybe.
All right. Well, he was a big man, a young big man, but he had long arms, big hands, and impressive athleticism. Now, life just kept moving forward. He joined the junior program for the what Chinese team? Anybody know the name of the team?
The Shanghai Ducks.
Close.
It was the Sharks, right?
Shanghai
Yeah,
Sharks,
I think,
whatever.
I think Lucas is. Oh, you were serious about the Ducks?
I mean, look, isn't that the name of the team that Marbury played for? That's what I thought they were called.
Oh, no, it wasn't the Shanghai Ducks. In the article I read, it said Shanghai Sharks. However, in his biography, Yao said that they weren't called the Sharks at the time, so they were called something else. But 12 years old.
Okay.
Ducks, sharks, it's all the same thing, right?
Yeah. They're aquatic. They both like do things in water, so that's close.
Yes.
enough. Yeah.
So Yao's parents had never tried to stop him from playing basketball. They just hoped that he might choose a different path, one that included college and a more traditional life. Early on, he was not much of a force in the paint. He'd hang back, looking for open shots from the outside, basically trying to play like his dad did. But at center, it wasn't going to cut it. His parents, even if it wasn't their plan, helped him change that. He remembers going to a Sharks game at 15 and watching a center named Shan Tao, and he would use this clever elbow move to create space for a jump hook. And his mom said to him, guys, she nudged him. She's like, "You're soft. Try to use that." And just like that, he started going harder in the paint. Now, here's where it gets good. Yao Ming began his professional career with the Shanghai Sharks in 1997, immediately showing promise by averaging how many points as a rookie? Over under 14 points per game. Maurice?
Over.
I'm going to say under. They don't score that much in Chinese basketball.
You are correct. He averaged 10 points and 8 rebounds as a rookie.
Yeah, the only players that average a lot in Chinese basketball is usually their import players, which teams only get 2 of those, I think.
Okay. So his second season was hampered by a foot fracture, which he said later affected his vertical leap. Despite the setback, Yao and the Sharks quickly became a dominant force in the Chinese Basketball Association, reaching the finals 3 years in a row, 99 to 2002. Yao's final CBA season was nothing short of spectacular. In the 2001-2 season, he averaged 30 points, over 30 points, and almost 20 rebounds a game.
That sounds right for a dominant player in the Chinese Basketball Association.
Shooting, get ready for this, shooting an incredible over-under 80% from the field.
Oh, it's over. Has to be.
Yeah, I'm
Don't overthink this.
You going over? All right.
Yeah.
That is under 80%. That's high.
I mean, look, it's they don't play defense in Chinese basketball. I'm sorry, they don't. If Jaron Sullinger can average 20 and 10 there, no offense to Jaron Sullinger, like, I'm just saying.
I don't know enough to speak on it, just to be honest with you. All I know is he averaged 76% from the field, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, beyond domestic play, Yao gained international experience with the Chinese national team. He competed at the 97 FIBA U22 World Championship in Melbourne, and he helped China secure the 1999 FIBA Asia Championship. And he also played in the 2000 Sydney Olympics. NBA scouts had noticed Yao as early as 97-98, inviting him to Nike camps in the U.S. and Europe. However, does anyone know what happened in 2000?
2000.
When it came to Yao Ming?
No.
No? Okay.
I was like 8, dude.
Oh.
7 for most of that time,
I'm going to assume
actually.
it's something related to China.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That sounds like an international problem, not a...
Yes.
Yeah.
Chinese authorities denied him participation in the Nike Hoop Summit. They were like, nope, can't go. After extensive negotiations between the Shanghai Sharks, the CBA, and the Chinese government, Yao was finally allowed to enter the 2002 NBA draft. The deal involved transfer fees, government claims on future earnings, and formal agreements to maintain his national team obligations. In short, Yao's CBA career established him as a dominant player at home and gave him crucial international exposure and set the stage for his historic entry into the NBA.
Pick in the 2002 NBA draft, the Houston Rockets select Yao Ming from Shanghai, China, and the Shanghai Sharks.
Yao Ming will turn 22 years old in September, and he has gotten the word that has made his night. He's the number 1 pick of the draft, 7'5", 296 pounds. You heard Jim Hubert talk earlier about his workout program, an attempt to get bigger and stronger in preparation for life in the NBA.
I think you have to look at the athleticism and say that's a major plus when you're dealing with an individual who is 7'5".
All right, what stands out to you guys about Yao Ming before getting to the NBA?
It's kind of crazy because when you think about it, what other international player has had so many restrictions to coming to the NBA? The only other player that I can think of is the older Sabonis.
Right.
And that was because of the USSR, not because, and they just didn't want anybody, to go over to the U.S. to play. So outside of him, I can't think of another basketball player that had more international player that had more hurdles to overcome.
Right.
Because Luka and Giannis, all these other guys didn't have the government almost stopping them from playing.
Yeah. Unbelievable how restrictive they were with Yao. What about you, Maurice?
So in your bio, you're saying that he could have came over a year early.
He could have came 2 years early.
Oh, in 2000. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing Yao, I think it was the Olympics 2000. I think he was. No,
he was
it was
on
the
that team.
No. It was the under 16, the FIBA.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? FIBA 16.
U16 or U22?
Yeah, I think it was U22.
I think it was U22. He's playing Dwight Howard. I remember that one. It was a really good matchup. And that pretty much told me right there that, he's going to be NBA ready. And I want to shout out, and I know it's China and they could be very strict over there and all that, but his parents is really on him, to get stronger, do all the physical things to be ready for the NBA. So shout out to them as well.
Okay, I'm done with my segment. Lucas is about to hit us up with some stats. Are you ready, sir?
Let's go.
Second quarter. Statistics.
Grizzlies had 6 steals in the first quarter, tying a season high for any quarter. Jaren out of the double. Morant, lob for Edey. Oh, man, that was gorgeous.
Boy, that was beautiful. Because Morant stops in the middle of the lane, Williams has to react. Beautiful touch pass to Edey for an easy 2.
Smith with the drop-off. Williams against Edey. Blocked by Edey. Big Maple coming up with a big rejection. For Edey, 7th consecutive game with a block.
It just gets better and better as these games go along.
Wells all by his lonesome will try for 3. Edey taps the rebound, gets it back, and hooks it up and in off the glass.
So first off, before I get into it, there is a nickname out there, guys. It is the Big Maple, apparently. That being said, those are the highlights. Here are the numbers. So Zach Edey comes in at 7'3", 305 pounds. He is 23 years old. He's in his second year of NBA play, and he wore the number 14 so far in his very short but interesting career. He's only played 2 seasons. I would like to use this season, but there's only 11 games. It's not a fair sample size, but we will get into what we can. So his rookie year, he played 66 games, averaged 9.2 points, 8.3 rebounds, 1 assist, half steal, 1.3 blocks, 1.3 turnovers, and 2.8 fouls while shooting 58% from the field, 34.6% from the three-point line. That's pretty impressive. Granted, he only attempted 0.8 per game, so less than 1 per game. He also shot 70.9% from the foul line. Thoughts on that, guys? Go ahead.
Well, he got to get his blocks up. 1.3 is low for him.
Well, I'll tell you what he's averaged in 11 games this season after we're done. Fair enough?
How many minutes did he play per game, Lucas?
He only played 21 and a half minutes per game.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they were easing him in, and there were matchup issues for him his rookie year. I will say that his minutes went up this season, but we'll get into that in a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes a big difference. And obviously, when you're like close to 300 pounds, conditioning is going to be an issue. So hopefully when he gets back healthy, play some games, get into great condition, he can make more of an impact and be on the floor for a longer amount of time.
Yeah, not playing 30 minutes a game, but getting 8 rebounds. I'm sure if he's playing 32 minutes a night, he's getting like 12 boards and maybe 2 blocks.
I mean, I can tell you this per 36 his rookie year if you want.
You could do that, but the prime example I can give you is Wemby. Because Wemby doesn't play 30 minutes. He plays under 30, and he gets like 4 or 5 blocks, which is still crazy.
That is still crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so this season in 11 games, granted this is very small sample size before he basically went out for the season, he averaged 13.6 points, 11.1 rebounds, 1.1 assists, 0.6 steals, 1.9 blocks, 2.4 turnovers, 3.4 fouls, while shooting 66.3% from the field, 20% from three, and 78.1% from the foul line, while averaging 25.8 minutes per game.
Okay.
So big jump. I think that's a significant jump. And granted, small sample size. And now moving forward, he could be the number 1 or 2 option on that team, depending on what they do in the draft, right? The numbers are going to improve. So as I do per always, has he had a triple-double yet, guys?
No. No way. Okay.
He's leaving us in suspense.
I'll just take it as we got it right.
Yeah, there are no triple-doubles yet. Sorry, I had to look at those guys. Yeah, so, no triple-doubles yet. I'm not going to put it out of reach, though. So let's go to the career stats so far. There isn't that, 2 seasons, so there isn't that big of a window yet. But let's talk about it. So, career high in points, guys. Over, under 28.
28 points. I'll take the over on that.
You say over.
Yeah.
So basically you're saying he scored 30 or more. In the small sample size he had with the teammates that he had, I'm going to say under.
Okay. Well, you should have listened to Uriah.
It was 30?
It was 32.
Good for him.
Yes.
Yeah, good for him.
So, here's the other ones that we should note. Career high, 21 rebounds.
Ouch. Nice.
Oof. That was his rookie year, too, by the way.
21 boards. It's where that came from.
6 assists, 4 steals, only 5 blocks. Kind of surprised on that one.
Career high.
Yeah. Granted, 2 seasons, less 77 games. Not a lot of, not even a full season worth of games.
He's got to use them baseball skills. Swat them basketballs out the air.
And
the league better hope that he doesn't work out with Jokic in the offseason.
Right.
If he played baseball and he has good direction with his wrists and passing, he can get 6,
he could become a hub.
Game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, look, 6 assists as a career high. I think if they ran the offense through him more, and that's the other thing you got to remember, and not to get to teammates here, but his rookie year, he was primarily like the 4th or 5th option offensively.
That was my logic too. Yeah.
So
when it comes to a lot of these big men today, they go to one person to improve their footwork and their shooting ability. That's Hakeem Olajuwon.
Oh, well,
Hakeem.
Hakeem.
Yeah, we go to Hakeem.
I was going to say Drew Hanlon. Maybe
he's a trainer.
That's my that's my Ben reference here, talking about the Sixers and Joel Embiid.
He's a trainer.
There we go.
But a former player, all these big men go to Hakeem. He needs to go to Hakeem.
Hey, quick sidebar. If you're interested, the movie review came out today of Coach Carter, and do you think Ben made a Sixers reference in the movie review?
Oh, yeah, he definitely did.
Over under, how many Sixers references?
He couldn't help it. I think I counted 1. Okay. But still, it's like, I was blown away. I was like, where is this coming from?
He can't help himself.
He'll get it from anywhere, too.
It's okay.
We love Ben.
We do.
Super Sixers fan.
Yeah. Super Sixers fan.
Shout out, Ben.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the Zach Edey of it all. I think if you ran the offense through him, he could be, or, make him a top 3 option. I think he could be anywhere from like an 18 to 22 point per game score. I think that's his ceiling as a player.
We're going to get to it with the teammate section, but if they move on from their current superstar, I think he could be in line for a huge season.
Let's go ahead to the Great Wall himself.
Just really good down. Yao Ming comes right back to dunk it. And the big fella, yes sir, powers it in. He remains. The rejection by Yao Ming. The crowd responding to the play of Yao.
Were there any 7'5" guys in the Big East last year? That's the first time he's basically 7'5" Yao Ming.
So that Monday night of the Miami net game, Yao Ming stopped by Morty. Yao on the stuff and the foul.
It is getting personal. He gets the second shot gathered. That's what he has to do more.
Enormous wingspan, defending on the inbound. Alston gets it in. Here's Yao Ming with a fadeaway. He's tied the game with 0.8 of a second remaining. Yao Ming was fouled. He will go to the line.
So those are the highlights. Here are the numbers. Yao Ming comes in at 7'6", 310 pounds. He is 45 years old. That's not that old, guys. That's really not that old.
No, it's not at all.
Did
he
grow
one
inch?
shout out. Well, you're one, huh?
Did he grow an inch? Because he was like 7'5" for most of his career.
No, I always remembered him at 7'6".
Yeah, I think 7'6".
He only played 8 seasons in the NBA, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Foot injuries. Yeah. Yeah, he missed one season. Would have been 9, but technically played 8 seasons. And he wore his signature number 11. I don't know if that's retired by the Rockets. If it isn't, it should be. That being said, it was kind of hard to choose the best season because there was about 3 seasons here that I could have gone with. I went with the 07-08 season. Okay? That's the season I went with. He played 55 games that season. He averaged 22 points, 10.8 rebounds, 2.3 assists. That's a lot for a center back then.
It is.
0.5 steals, 2 blocks, which feels kind of low for a guy his size, but whatever. 3.3 turnovers and 3.1 fouls while shooting 50.7% from the field. No 3-pointers. We're not worried about that. And 85% from the foul line.
Wow.
Soft touch.
Very soft touch. He had a midi that he went to. He had a good midi. Anyway, thoughts on that?
Yeah, like I said in the opener, in the intro, both of them have soft touch, whether it be the field goal percentage or free throw percentage. Both of them is very high. When you get to a certain point in that low post, getting the ball to them is like automatic 2 points or free throws.
Yeah, talk about throwing your weight around in the paint. If you're his size, his girth, I mean, he's big, like lower trunk. So good luck boxing him out trying to get a rebound. And then
Shaq was the only person that physically could.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even Shaq
Shaq
did not have his way with Yao, from what I remember. But yeah, none of those numbers surprised me. It's just a shame that after 8 seasons, his body couldn't hold up because Yao was a special player.
Yeah, and I should note that last season he only played 5 games, guys. He still got, I'm not trying to steal Uriah's thunder here. I won't say it, but.
Well, he retired because of an ankle or was it foot?
Foot. So is that foot injury that like most tall big men have? Like Big Z had it. Porzingis has had it. No. It's not plantar fasciitis. It is part of the plantar, and no, not the plantar. It's like one of those like middle of the foot injuries that just break and they need a certain way to heal it. Brooke Lopez had the injury. A lot of big men have this injury, especially ones that are more mobile, and most of them can come back. But with his unique size, I just don't think could have. And I think that's actually, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that's the same injury that has kept Edey out right now.
I think Edey has an ankle injury.
I thought it was a foot injury. Because I thought they removed debris from his foot.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, that's fine. So anyway, those are the career highs. Like with Edey, did he have any triple doubles?
Did he have any triple doubles? Yao Ming?
Yeah.
I think he might have squeezed a couple. I'll say, like maybe 2 or 3.
You say 2? What about you, Maurice?
Oh, I'm going to say 1.
Oh, well, too bad you're both wrong.
He didn't get any?
He had none.
Wow. Okay.
I'll tell you the closest that he got for each, though. So we said Zach Edey's career high was 32 points. Now, remember, the NBA back in the early 2000s, the scoring was not as high. So Over, under, or equal to Zach Edey's career high of scoring of 32 for Yao Ming.
Oh, it had to be over.
Yeah, it's easy. I say over.
Over. That is fair. It was, but less
Not
than
much.
10 points. It was 41.
Okay.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Zach Edey's out for the season with an ankle injury.
So with total rebounds, we said Zach Edey career high 21. Is Yao more, less, or equal to?
Ooh, that's a good question.
You said rebounds?
Yeah. Zach Edey had 21. Is it more, less, or equal to
I'm
that?
going to say more.
You say more?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to say more. I'm going to say like 25 or 26.
You guys have redeemed yourself. But
right.
just like with the points, it wasn't by much. It's actually, he had 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not much at all.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
One more.
Yeah.
One more, right?
Yeah.
So career highs and assists is 7.
That's it?
I mean, he was a good passer, but remember, offenses were not ran through centers back then. Not in the way that they are now. Like, they're not the hub of the offense.
Yeah.
Steals are 4. Blocks, I thought he would have gotten at least double digits with this, but he only got 8.
Okay.
He also had 10 turnovers in a game, and, you know, obviously Uriah's favorite stat, 6 fouls.
All right.
So anyway, thoughts on these career highs?
I think I'll go with the blocks because I think if you're that tall, it should be expected that before your career is over, you should get double-digit blocks. Look at Vlade Divac. People say, oh, he's slow and he's not athletic, but he's one of the few players that we featured that got, I think, 12 blocks in the game. By the way, check that episode out, Alperen Şengün compared to Vlade Divac. But yeah, I'll go with the blocks. I'm just surprised that Yao didn't break that double-digit barrier.
It's got to be the points. I would have thought he would have scored at least close to 50 in a couple games. But the era that we were in, you have to take that into account. And the teammates.
I also want to say, I think, and this is no disrespect to Yao, but his international fame gave him more clout than his game maybe necessarily should have allowed.
You think so?
Like, okay, if he wasn't international and he was maybe 7 foot instead of 7'6", would we be talking Yao Ming in the same light?
Well, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I mean, he's 7'6".
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if he wasn't
if
an
Anthony Davis
player,
was 6'2" and still a point guard,
he wouldn't be in the NBA. But that's not the point.
Yeah.
No. Maurice, that's interesting. You mentioned Anthony Davis. I was thinking about his eyebrow. What if Anthony Davis's eyebrow did not connect?
Right?
Would he still be in the NBA if his eyebrow was?
I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
maybe he wouldn't make the top 75 team then. I don't know.
Yeah. Going back to Yao Ming, that's a woulda, coulda, shoulda. I mean, he is the height that he is, just like Zach Edey. With Yao, it's all about if he could have stayed healthy, if he would have had a couple more seasons of greatness. He would have been in the conversation. Maybe top 10 best centers of all time. You guys agree with that?
No.
I'm just saying if. It's a what if. If he would have had like 3 or 4 more healthy seasons.
There are plenty of centers that averaged more than what his peak was 22 and 10.
Yeah. Season you just
there are a lot of centers that average better than that. That's my thing. Like, he's good. I'm not saying that he's not good. I'm not saying that he
so put it to you
isn't
like
one
this.
one of the best international players.
Put it to you like this:
China.
If Yao Ming was playing today, would he have a better career than Joel Embiid or less or worse?
Less. But
so?
I will say that today's game would have made his career last longer because I think he would have developed a 3-point shot, which would have protected his feet from getting injured like they did. Yeah. That's what I will say. Now, could he guard out on the perimeter or, survive in today's offensive thing? That's a completely different question. But offensively, I think he would be fine. It's defensively in today's game that I worry
And with the rest these players get today, you'd have been a lot more healthier.
Yeah, that's fair. But that's all that I got. I'm going to go ahead and usually I pass the ball to Ben here, but I'm going to pass it back to Uriah. And let's go.
Third quarter. Accolades.
Announce this year's Men's Wooden Award winner, Zach Edey of Purdue. Edey averaged averaged over 22 points a game to go along with 13 rebounds and 2 blocks for the Boilermakers, who won both the Big Ten regular season and the conference tournament titles. The John R. Wooden Men's Player of the Year award, presented by Wendy's, is given by the Los Angeles Athletic Club. And Purdue Star center Zach Edey joining us now. Zach, congratulations. What does this award mean to you?
It was great. Kind of validates all the work I put in. The late nights in the gym at Purdue validates all that. It's a great honor to put my name next to some of the past college greats.
Okay, so that was Zach Edey accepting one of his many awards. So many awards that if you stack them up, man, it would sky over his actual height, which is 7'3". The reality is, as Lucas said earlier, he has not played that long. He played his rookie season in the NBA, got hurt this year, unfortunately, and played only 11 games. So the majority of these accolades will be college related. So I'll start with 2-time Big Ten Player of the Year, 3-time All Big Ten, 2 times All Big Ten Tournament, 2-time Big Ten All Defensive Team.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And he also won the prestigious Wooden Award. How many Wooden Awards do you think he won?
No, that's the College Player of the Year. That's twice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you put twice?
Yeah.
You said it? Okay. All right, you guys are correct. 2-time Wooden Award winner. What about...
how many other players have done that? I don't think it's very many.
Not very many. I think Patrick Ewing did it once, right? 3 times, 2 times. We covered him, right?
I don't remember at this point.
No.
We didn't do college awards for...
That was a decade ago.
And we didn't do college awards for Patrick. That's
yeah. Actually, no, I'm sure Ben did. Anyway, 2-time Naismith Award, 2023-24 NCAA All-Tournament Team, 2-time AP Player of the Year, 2021 Big Ten All-Freshman Team. Look, Zach Edey is a tremendous player who left it all on the court, played 4 years, which is rare, but his height matched with his skill, matched with his attitude, and his overall approach to the college game. He earned every single award, and it's just astounding to me that this just went right over my radar, because I remember him playing in that NCAA championship game. I just don't recall the number of awards that he racked up. I guess maybe it's because it's Purdue and not Duke or Kentucky, but
if he had been drafted 20 years ago, he would have been the first overall pick.
20 years ago? Oh, hands down.
Yeah, even 15 years ago, probably still the first overall pick, despite being a senior. Like those type of awards, plus the numbers, like if he got drafted in 2011, maybe the center position doesn't go through the evolution that it did. I don't know. You know, that's
you made me think of a good question, but I'll save it until I get you guys with this trivia. So trivia for you guys. Did Zach Edey make an all-rookie team?
2024?
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
All right. He did. Which one? First team or second team?
I think he made second team.
Second team.
Okay, you guys are... First team.
First team?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Don't sleep on my main man, Big Maple.
Was a rookie the same draft, so...
This is a loaded center draft. Like, if you redraft it right now, a lot of centers go in the top 14.
Don't sleep on the Big Maple, a.k.a. the Big Province.
Oh, and by the way, going back to your Wooden question, you said, was there back-to-back Wooden Award winners? Well, the winner on the female side did it back-to-back, the same 2 years as Zach Edey, Keelan Clark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out WNBA.
By the way, we got to eventually do a WNBA episode.
At some point.
At some point.
Let me hit you with this question. Because Lucas took us back 20 years or 10 years, if Zach Edey was in the same draft as Yao Ming, who would you go with?
Who would go first?
I say Zach, just because he's more of a known commodity than Yao.
Are we drafting now? Or
they're both the same age. They both got drafted at the same age. So the age thing,
22.
Throw that out.
So are we saying today's draft or back then?
No, back 2000. Then. He got drafted in 2002 with Yao. I say Zach because I think Zach is a more proven commodity that American scouts would have felt more comfortable drafting.
I would say Yao.
You think?
He showed more offensive potential.
But not against NBA, potentially
But
NBA
he played
players.
against them in international
I feel like,
play.
I don't know. I feel like when I watch Yao, he moves faster than he looks.
Yeah.
Where Zach, he doesn't move as fast as I think. I don't think he moves faster than Yao.
We need to include that question moving forward on these episodes. If you had to redraft these guys in the same draft, where would you put them? Now, let me ask you guys this, the inverse that question. If you drafted Yao in the same draft that Zach Edey went, who would go higher?
I think
in today's game.
In today's game?
Yes.
It would be whoever had a better 3-point shot. Basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Zach won 50% from downtown in college.
Yeah.
Yao's never... Hang on, did Yao ever make a three in the NBA? Let me check this.
So it might be Edey.
He shot
Yao
20% for his career. That means he's made 2 3-pointers.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
We got to find that highlight on YouTube. Let's find that.
That'd be interesting. One in his rookie season, one in the 08-09 season.
Okay. What stands out to you guys about any awards that he took home? I'll go with Maurice first.
The Wooden Awards, like he was clearly the best player in the league for 2 seasons. Like he mentioned in that clip, it didn't amount to a national championship, but he made the Boilermakers a really good contender for the years that he was there. I don't think they've really done anything since he got drafted. So
I think the awards are insane. And what award did he not get? That's the real question.
Yeah. That last player I really remember coming out of Purdue was Big Dog, right?
Big Dog Robinson, yeah.
Yeah, we hope that Zach Edey comes back and accrues as many NBA awards equal to or greater than college. Are you guys ready for Yao's accolades?
Yes.
Yes.
Yao Ming was the first to block my shot 3 times in a row. And people like to say he's 7'7", but he's really like my favorite convenience store, 7-Eleven. He tricked me. 3 years, I never spoke to Yao. I thought it was a language barrier there. And then one game, he hit me with a Hakeem Olajuwon bing, bing fadeaway. And I said, hey, Yao, nice move. And he said, thanks, my brother. I said, whoa. You speak English? He's like, Shaq, you never talk to me. Of course I speak English.
Thank you, Maurice, for that clip. That brought a little humor, extra humor to what we do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Yao Ming, he has quite a few awards under his belt as a professional. So we're going to start with awards. We're going to go with All Rookie First Team, 2002-2003. He made All NBA Third Team in 03-04, All NBA Third Team 05-06. Then in 06-07, he stepped his game up, or it was at least recognized for it. He got All NBA Second Team. 07-08, he got All NBA Third Team, and in 08-09, All NBA Second Team. Did Yao Ming make All Rookie First Team or All Rookie Second Team?
Well, I know he made All Rookie First Team because he was second in Rookie of the Year voting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you're correct. Who got Rookie of the Year that year?
Ooh, I don't remember. That was a weak draft, though, outside of Yao.
02-03, was it not Kyrie? 02-03?
Was it Steve Francis?
Kenyon Martin. Kenyon
Martin. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
He was on a winning team. That's what happened. No, listen, Kenyon wasn't drafted the same draft because Kenyon was the first overall pick. Yeah. Hang on. I'll look it up.
Right.
Give me a second here. Give me a second. I'll look it up.
Yeah. So if you think about it, just being All NBA, making that team, and, obviously Shaq is going to take home that. And then Dwight Howard came in and took over from there. But that just shows you how respected Yao's game was. And he had the productivity to back it up based on Lucas's stats that he read. Here's a question. NBA All-Stars. Over under 7 NBA All-Star appearances for Yao Ming. Maurice,
Maurice, Maurice, go first. I know the answer.
It's over.
Over? Okay. Lucas?
Well, he played 8 years, and he's one of the few players that, whenever season that he played in, he made an All-Star. This was back when fan voting was the majority of it. And even in his last season, when he only averaged 10 points per game, he still got the All-Star nod and playing like 5 games.
Yep.
I do want to note who was in that draft with him, though.
Hold on. I got to give this to you guys. Hold on.
Okay.
Correct. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So Jay Williams was the second overall pick. I believe he won Rookie of the Year. I can't remember for sure.
2003 was Amari Stoudemire.
Yeah, I was going to get to him. Yeah,
that makes sense.
So Mike Dunleavy was drafted 3rd. Drew Gooden was drafted 4th. Nene was drafted 7th. Amari was drafted 9th. Caron Butler 10th. Let's see here. Other important names. Juan Dixon was in that draft. Tayshaun Prince was in that draft.
Okay.
Nanad Christian. Here's another Sixers reference for John Salmons. Let's see. Roger Mason was in that draft. Dan Gadgerich. Carlos Boozer. Boozer was in the second round of that draft.
Yeah.
And Matt Barnes.
His son's going to be a top 5 pick.
Yes. And Rasul Butler, R.I.P. And Louis Scola was in that draft.
Scola.
He was like the 56th pick. Anyway, so that's that. So anyway, fun.
Okay. All right. So out of all those all NBAs and all-star appearances, obviously all rookie team, which stands out to you and why? Go with Maurice first.
Listen, being an all-star every season means you're recognized by the fans and also by the players as being one of the best. Obviously, he has a whole region, a whole nation, a whole continent of people that's going to support him. So that's probably why the fan vote was what it was. Game recognized game. He was still one of the best bigs of that era. If you're going up against Shaq and going toe-to-toe with Shaq, and not only going toe-to-toe with him, but gaining his respect and friendship, and then you eventually, inducted in the same year, you did a couple of things right.
Yeah. When he said to Shaq, "Thank you, brother."
Thank you, brother.
That is funny. That's such a great. Shaq is such a good storyteller. What about you, Lucas?
Well, I think it's interesting. I mean, look, you could argue that he was definitely a top 5 center during his time, arguably top 3. You did have quite the, he made our Mount Rushmore for the 2000 center pretty easily. I think he was one of the locks. He had good competition. You talk about Shaq, you talk about Dwight later on, you talk about Amari. It's crazy because when you look at his awards, I was surprised he never made an all-defensive team.
Right.
He had 3 seasons of 2 block shots per game, and that was it. It's interesting how some of those really tall guys actually don't have a lot of block shots. You have exceptions like Wemby and Manute Bol, but in general, most tall players are not like Mark Eaton, but like you don't really talk about a whole bunch of like super, super tall guys like swatting a ton of shots.
Well, it's not always about jumping. Sometimes it's reaction time.
Yeah,
if
reaction
you don't have
time.
Quick reaction time, you're not going to get the shot. You're not going to get to the shot.
Yeah, I mean, look, like we had, I really am becoming Ben this episode. Boban Marjanovic. I think if, you take him, like he's similar build to these guys, have similar interior games to these guys. He hasn't played in the NBA for 2 years, but if he played in the early 2000s, he probably makes an all-star or two, right? Because the defensive issues wouldn't be as issue-y as they are now, right?
All right, so we're moving on from accolades of these players, and we're moving into the realm of roster construction. Maurice, you ready for the teammates?
Let's do it, man.
Fourth quarter, teammates.
Zach Edey, I heard he looked nice down there. What was your take? How did he look to you? How you feeling about him being a member of the Grizzlies this season?
Definitely Rookie of the Year. I think easy, too. Definitely, I wouldn't say a surprise for me, obviously, seeing, how he dominated college. But, coming into the workout with, he came in and, he was ready to work. And, obviously my, summer workouts be, pretty much, I call it boot camp. So for him to, come in and say he want to work out with me and then, get through the workout, even much better. Obviously, he's 7'4", but, his touch, he was shooting the ball very well.
Of course, that was his teammate, John Morant, talking about Zach Edey. Let's get into some of his teammates. Zach Edey was drafted with the 9th pick in the 2024 NBA draft by the Memphis Grizzlies. Obviously, he's only played 2 seasons, so I'm just going to go through some of his teammates. Probably most of them are still his current teammates, actually. So let's go with last year's, his rookie year, of course. Their record, 48-34. Their coach, Taylor Jenkins. Coach, I like Taylor Jenkins.
Yep. Yeah. Surprised he did a good job, but yeah.
But their executive was Zach Kleiman. So some of his teammates were Santi Aldama, Marvin Bagley III, who's become a journeyman, Desmond Bain, who was there for that season, moved on to next, Brandon Clark, Jay Huff, Jaren Jackson Jr., who eventually got traded this season, in the middle of this season, Luke Kennard, Jake LaRavia.
He got traded mid-season, I think.
Yeah. John Morant.
Yep.
Marcus Smart. Forgot about Marcus Smart.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Jalen Wells. And
also all rookie team.
Jalen Wells.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Scottie Pippen Jr.
Hey, yo, Scottie.
Shout out Scottie Pippen
Oh, yeah.
Jr.
He's doing good this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to move on to the season. He only played 11 games this season. Currently, the Grizzlies are 23-29. It looks like they're in for a rebuild after the season. They traded Jaren Jackson Jr. Desmond Baines moved on to Orlando.
Wait, where is Jaren Jackson traded to?
He got traded to Utah. So now their so Utah's front court is now Lowry, Jaren, and then Walker Kessler when he's back.
Where was
season.
I when that
Apparently
trade went
not
down?
paying attention at the trade deadline, my friend.
Yeah. Like
so it's still in your feelings about Jared McCain. That's what was going on.
That's what it was. Yeah, Utah Jazz went from sellers to buyers real quick.
Man, Utah next season is going to be a problem. That's all I'm going to say. Utah's going to be a problem next season.
Yeah. If they can get something from Ace Bailey, they're going to be a problem.
They don't even need anything from Ace Bailey. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They could be good because they as long as they keep their pick this year, they still got a top 10 pick.
Okay.
Yeah. When tanking goes right.
Okay. Back to the Grizzlies.
Back to the
some of his teammates this season, Contavious Caldwell-Pope, pretty much the same players. Ty Jerome, Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson got picked up after the trade.
Yeah, they just signed him. Yeah,
they just signed him.
He's 40
Cam
years
Spencer.
old now, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, he's getting an NBA check. Shout out Taj Gibson.
Cam Spencer, the lacrosse guy.
Oh, he played lacrosse.
Oh, yeah, him and his brother, the other Spencer, and I forget his first name, but he plays in Golden State. They both played college lacrosse.
So, I'm just going to ask a question. You guys give me a name. Who won the most games with Zach Edey as a teammate?
Oof.
Obviously, I said his name. Obviously, he's a Grizzly.
It ain't John Morant. He got suspended.
I'm going to say Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yeah, I'll say Jaren Jackson.
Both of you are...
Oh, we're correct? Oh, we're wrong?
Jalen Wells?
It's probably Scottie Pippen Jr.
It is Jalen Wells.
Jalen Wells? Okay.
Yeah.
It is Jalen Wells with...
Colin Coward's... No, not Colin Coward. What's his name? The other Coward.
Cedric.
Cedric Coward is on that team. He's a good rookie, too.
He's a good... I do like his game.
Yeah.
Good hard-nosed guy. Jalen Wells won 42 games with Zach Edey. Number 2 was Jaren Jackson with 37. 36 was Santi Aldama. Yeah, so not much. Not much. 4th for Scottie Pippen Jr. Hopefully, Zach Edey comes back next season, healthy. Like I said, things might change. He might be the focal point of that offense next season. Any teammates stand out so far in Zach Edey's career? Any teammates you think helped develop Zach Edey's game so far?
Right.
I'm going to go to Uriah.
Well, wow. It's such a shame with all the transition going on around him that he's not going to really have an opportunity to grow with any of those guys like Bain or Jaren Jackson. But I would say for the year that he was there, just because he plays in the front court and was an all-star and defensive player of the year, that experience with Jaren Jackson had to rub off on him, just showing him the ropes and being a good vet for him. So I would say Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree. I think Jaren Jackson is like an ideal, like that is an ideal pairing in today's NBA. You want to have if you're going to have a two big lineup, one of them has to stretch the floor consistently, and Jaren Jackson did that. He's going to do good things in Utah now. But yeah,
it wasn't that long ago the Grizzlies was actually a really good playoff team.
Yeah.
When they had Bane, when they had Steven Adams, they were good.
He has a good perimeter with him with Coward and Wells. Like they could be like a light version of OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. I can see that happening for them in the future. A light version. They're not as skilled yet, but they could be.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Yao Ming.
Yao was amazing, man. You know something about Yao, which he taught me to be a lot more mature, and life wasn't just about me. Listen, I grew up a very centered individual, right? I have 4 parents, and also too as second rounder. It's kind of like a blue collar kind of characteristic of like I wasn't like a cocky person, but Yao Ming and watching Yao Ming, whatever problems you did have, anybody in America, kiss my ass. Yao Ming had a continent, dog, on his back, and he was very stoic all the time. I'm talking about Michael Jackson, Beatles, no matter what it is. Cameras are everywhere when he first came. Every city we went to, you go to San Francisco, every Asian that was in San Francisco was at that bus. Yeah. You go to New York, you go here, and Yao Ming was still chill. Yao Ming was still answering questions. Yao Ming was still, he was just and then, the language barrier and then the terminologies when you're playing and the game is moving really fast, he was patient. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm with him. I'm leaving Wednesday to go to China, and I'll be with him for 5 days.
All right. Anybody know who that was?
That sounded like Steve Francis.
I think it's Coutinho Mobley.
It was Coutinho Mobley.
I was close.
Yeah.
I was close. I was close.
Yeah.
They're besties, so I almost had it.
Yeah. He was I picked that clip because he was very passionate about Yao Ming.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned earlier, when you got a whole continent supporting you, that's a whole lot of pressure. But yeah, he turned out to be all right. Let's talk about Yao Ming's teammates. But first, he was drafted with the first pick in the 2002 NBA draft by the Houston Rockets. Let's get into some of his teammates. Start with his rookie year, 2002, 2003. You guys remember who the coach was?
It was not the Van Gundy.
It was Rudy T. Was still there,
it was Rudy T. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was 43 and 39. Their executive was Carol Dawson. Some of his teammates were Kelvin Cato, Steve Francis.
You knew that one.
Eddie Griffin, Coutinho Mobley.
I know the name. Yep.
Moochie Norris. That's a blast from a past name.
Who?
Mookie.
Moochie Norris?
I think it's Mookie. Not Moochie. It's Mookie. Mookie Morris?
Mookie?
I know it's CH,
I know Mookie Blaylock, but I don't know Mookie Lors.
Mookie
Norris. Loris? Where do you get Loris from?
I don't know.
Moochie. Moochie or?
I think it's pronounced Mookie.
I think it's Mookie.
I could be wrong.
Mookie Norris. Okay. James Posey was like it seemed like he was everywhere in the 2000s.
Yeah, won that titles.
Maurice Taylor. Shout out Maurice Taylor. Kenny Thomas. And Glenn Rice.
Glenn Rice played for Houston?
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right.
Yeah. This is probably the time when he was like a journeyman at this point. 13th year of the NBA.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right, so let's go on to the next season, 2007, 2008.
Okay, that's a good
55 and 27. You guys remember the coach that season?
That was Van Gundy.
You right?
Wasn't it?
Was it, man? Yeah, I think it was Van Gundy.
No, it was Rick Adelman.
Oh, okay.
You guys know who the executive was?
Daryl Morey.
Yeah, it was Daryl Morey.
Yeah.
Why
do you sound so down about that, Lucas?
You know, you can listen to our next episode of the Sixer Sense podcast to find out exactly why I feel that way.
Oh, you Philly fans are so ungrateful.
Actually,
the man who brought you Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah.
Am I?
But
Are you ungrateful?
I've been boycotting that team.
It's going to be edited out because by the time they hear this, the episode would have been gone by now.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
You can still check it out. It's an evergreen episode, really.
Yeah, check out Sixer
that is true.
Sense. Great Sixers podcast. If I
Chris
say so
Klein,
myself.
what's up, Chris?
What's up, Chris?
And you're
All right, some of his teammates were. Here's another name for you, blast from the past. Rayford Austin.
Hey, Skip to my Lou.
Shout out Skip. Shane Battier. Aaron Brooks. Gerald Green.
Hey, I like Gerald Green.
Well, it's a name I haven't heard in a while. Luther Head.
Oh, God, that's a throwback.
Bobby Jackson.
Bubba Jackson.
Okay.
They had a player on the team named Bobby Jones. Shout out Bobby
I
Jones.
don't remember him.
I don't remember him either.
I didn't know that.
He had a couple seasons in the NBA. He actually played with the Sixers, 2006, 2007. I don't remember
Was
another
he a backup center or power forward?
What position was he? He was a small forward.
Okay.
Don't remember that one. Anyway, Carl Landry.
Hey.
Okay.
Dikembe Mutombo.
There you
Steve
go.
Novak. Louis Scola.
Oh, yes.
Lucas's guy.
Always loved
Bonzi
watching
Wells.
Bonzi.
And, of course, Tracy McGrady.
T-Mac.
T-Mac. We all remember that crazy game. We highlighted it on Tracy's episode. Where they scored like...
Were the Rockets the number 1 seed that year? Or no, they were number 2 behind the Lakers.
They were not the number 1 seed.
No.
They lost in the first round to the Jazz 4-2.
Oh, yeah, that was one of those big... yeah, I remember that. Because that Jazz team had Carlos Boozer and Darren Williams, yeah.
Yeah, they had Carlos Boozer, Karolinko, Korver, Millsap, Okor, Darren Williams. So far, what teammate stands out in the career of Yao Ming?
Obviously, he had more on-court success with Tracy McGrady, and I guess that would be the easy answer.
Yeah, that was a good one, too.
Yeah, I think you could argue Dikembe probably was a really good mentor for him. I'll say Dikembe to be different.
Okay.
And I'll go with Tracy McGrady. They speak so highly of each other when they played together. Had Yao not gotten hurt, I think Tracy McGrady laments the opportunity that they could have had to make a deep playoff run, maybe compete for a championship. So I would say T-Mac.
Both had injury issues, but if that team was healthy, you could argue.
Yeah.
When it comes to McGrady, if he would have came there right from Toronto to Houston, you could have had like a mini Shaq Kobe situation there with a young Yao Ming.
Possible.
Except for the fact that Yao wasn't really putting up huge numbers until his 4th season.
But he would have been a great number 2 to Tracy McGrady.
Right.
I mean,
that's
Tracy
fair.
McGrady. Because remember in Orlando, he was like scoring all the points, led the league of scoring.
But then they still would have had to go through San Antonio and the Lakers.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Tough competition out west.
Yeah.
When it came to scoring at that point, it was Iverson, McGrady, and Kobe.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Shaq, too. Shaq put up a lot of points. All right. And I do want to highlight his last season, 2010, 2011. They won 43, lost 39. He didn't even play that many games this season.
He played like 5 or 10.
Yeah. He didn't play that much. Some of his teammates were Goran Dragic, DeMar Carroll, Jared Jeffries, Courtney Lee, 5th-year Kyle Lowry, Kevin Martin, Brad Miller, Patrick Patterson, Ish Smith, Hashim Thabit.
Hashim, yeah.
Yeah, Chase Budinger. Who won the most games with Yao Ming as a teammate?
Oof.
Shane Battier.
That's a good guess. Did you already say the person?
Yes.
Okay.
Just like Zach Edey was one team, so it's Rockets.
That's so tough.
Don't overthink it.
I'll go with Uriah and say Shane Battier.
Both of you again are wrong. It's McGrady.
Tracy McGrady. All right,
I just didn't think health, you know?
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Yeah, McGrady played 5 seasons with Yao. They won 152 games together. Their win percentage together was 65%.
Ooh.
So when they were on the court
healthy
together, yeah, we're healthy.
It says a lot.
Yeah, it does. Shout out T-Mac. Number 2 was Chuck Hayes. Number 3.
Hey, Chuck Hayes.
Number 3 was Ray for Alston. And number 4 was the Dikembe Mutombo.
Okay.
Yeah, if they would have got Mutombo maybe at a younger age, they could have had like a twin tower, but that would have been a very archaic twin tower. Neither one of them shoots.
I mean, to be fair, Yao had the mid-range.
No room in the paint
at
all.
Nah, no room at all.
Yao had the mid-range. They could have relied on that, but okay.
They would have blocked all the shots and rebounded everything, but no one else would have gotten the paint. All right, so that was Yao Ming's teammates. Let's wrap this up.
Now that we've given you all the facts on Zach Edey and Yao Ming, it's time for you to make your case.
At this point, it's not about our opinion. It's about yours.
We'll see you on your favorite social media platform. You can find us on X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads.
For sources of information used in this episode, you can visit our website, NBANowandThen.com. Also visit our website to sign up for our monthly newsletter and check out our comparison articles.
Don't forget that you can follow the NBA stars we featured on today's episode through their social media.
You can follow Yao Ming on Twitter, X, @Yao, and Instagram, @Yao Ming.
And you can follow Zach Edey on Instagram, @Zach_Edey. That was fun. We had done so many comparisons of guards. It was nice to take a break and get into some centers. And this is interesting. We're going international, not only with this comparison episode, but we have quite a few international comparisons, players from other countries. We compared Luka Doncic to Larry Bird. We compared Jokic to Tim Duncan. And obviously, I mentioned earlier, Vlade Divac to Alperen Şengün. So NBA Now and Then, we are global. We've been downloaded in over 55 countries around the world. And the NBA just keeps on getting bigger. So stick with us. We'll give you the behind the scenes of all your favorite players, past and present. On behalf of Lucas and Maurice, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Adios.
Peace. With his powerful presence, say it again. With his powerful presence, I'm saying it.
Tongue twister there, huh?
That's alliteration. Powerful post
presence.
Yeah, like
triple P.
Stretch it out. Like, don't talk too fast. You can do it.
All right, yeah.